Okay, so I'm kind of shooting this in reverse order. I just took this figure out of the box. He comes in his robot mode, and so I decided to just mix things up a little bit here and start off in robot mode. Now this guy is a RoadBot 1/18th scale Toyota Celica. I happen to own one of these. I've since traded it in, but I picked up this guy partially because of that, and also because he has one of the most kick-ass robot modes of the RoadBot Transformers. Now, there are some weaknesses to him, and we'll go ahead and show you that. But let's go ahead and just get the size comparison out of the way. If you've seen the video on the Lambo, you'll know that this guy is huge. You can see on your right we have Alternator Ravage, and he basically is coming up to his lower abdomen on the RoadBot. Okay, put him aside, and you can see, just for another comparison size, we've got Animated Bumblebee. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this guy in depth. He's a really cool RoadBot, I should say. One of the things you know right off the bat, well, let me say this. This sword here, while we're go ahead and rotate this guy. Look at that sword. That's freaking huge. As you can see, well, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now this, there's a button here. This is going to light up. Very, very cool. I mean, just the sheer size of it is awesome. What I've noticed is this guy is back heavy, and I'm not sure whether it was because I took it out of the box and started to transform him into his alt mode, but then decided I wanted to do this the robot mode first. But what I noticed is that he's back heavy. It's really hard to get him to stand up. He tends to fall towards the back. Once I put this big ass sword in here, it nicely distributed the weight so that he stands up just alright on his own. Alright, so let's take this off so that it's not blocking anything. Take a close-up look there. Very nice clear plastic there. And what this is going to do, it should separate, and this will be, I believe, the engine part, and this separates and goes on the bottom of the car. And we'll take a look at that in the next review. So I just wanted to point out some cool features. Let's go ahead and take a look at his arm here. One of his arms. One of his forearms. He's got this really neat mechanism. This right here, dual blaster. This slides back. As you can see, slides back and forth via the tabs. And unlike the Lambo, this also has a slider that rotates the hand in like that. That's kind of a nice touch. But I really like these cannons here. All right. And then on his other hand, this is also pretty damn cool. See, this splits apart and stores back here. But when he wants to knife somebody, these are screwed in and kind of on little cogs, as you can see there. Come together, or I suppose you can pose them like that. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at some of his features here. There's his head, which is really nice. It does rotate 360. Let's go and zoom out. Now this alt mode is going to be in styled like a basically a aftermarket a tuner car, I guess they call it. It's got this is the hood actually, and what happens with that is it pegs in here and it releases. can see the pegs there. So that just pegs in his chest. Really wouldn't really see this detailing very much, but let's go ahead and take a look at his chest here. See, very nice silver paint applications, and you can see his exhaust system there. So really nice, and you wouldn't really need to see that, especially with the chest piece in place. Okay, moving on. Nice spinny chrome wheels. When I mentioned the weak part of the figure, here it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at his arms here. See the arms? They're skinny, really skinny. That's got to be the weak point. And then he has this really big forearm. You can see. Yeah, so that's not so great. Zoom out here. Let's take a look at his feet, legs. These are doors here, and they kind of serve as let's go ahead and zoom back out here. They kind of serve as side skirts for him. And let's rotate around. And here's his backside. Now this is the problem. This is a problem here. See, this is I verified it with the box, and that's how it is. He just has where his hood would normally be in his engine. This is all just free space here, so that's not really too terribly good. Kind of see what it's going to look like in car mode. And he's got this really big ass, very stylized spoiler, which is I don't believe it's doesn't look like it's detachable, but it's there on his back. So just to kind of sum up, his weak points are his upper arms there, and the fact that this is just hangs out here, doesn't fold up or anything. It just, that's what it is. That's what the box showed it as. So got to live with that. Let's see the side skirts here. Well, not side skirts, the doors, sorry, but they are kind of like a in his robot form. They serve kind of as a skirt, I guess you'd say, like a battle armor skirt, protecting his sides, and that's actually pretty cool. I like that feature. The only bad thing about this is it's on a ball joint, and they come up really easily, so kind of got to be careful with that. All right, so my thoughts on this guy. He's got a pretty awesome robot mode. Probably give him a 8 out of 10, and that's due to the fact that his upper arms are just really skinny, and the fact that there's that space between his legs there or behind there that's just kibble, which doesn't look good. But he's overall he's really nice looking. I mean, I'm a really fan of swords, so I'm loving this big ass sword. I love that. Let's do another sound and light show here. I just kind of noticed this, but this kind of looks a little bit phallic. Anyways, it's a cool sword. Yeah, definitely. This is one of the better RoadBots, and I would definitely check them out. I think as far as the robots go, I think I got these on eBay from a seller about $40. So they're not the cheapest, but they're probably going to run you cheaper than your average alternator. And on that line of thought, being made in China and not in Japan, really you don't really notice that that aspect of this. The plastic's pretty good, I think. The paint apps are really good, and I would not dismiss them. I mean, I would, somebody said, well, hey, they're not alternators, and they aren't, but they definitely are worth a look and worth a buy. So, anyways, hope you guys found this review helpful, and probably going to do maybe one more RoadBot review. Alrighty, catch you later. Bye.